For enough long period of time, we had many enough good recordings out there, you know. It was like almost 10 years. And every year it was like 2 or 3 songs coming out, becoming big hits. It's sort of unavoidable for people to sort of get rid of us, so, you know. And the most fascinating thing is that we're still alive out there. Instead of trying to do another album after The Visitors, same thing, we just felt that, you know, maybe we should try to do something else. I definitely wanted to try, spread my wings and see is there anything else out there that is interesting to do, something more complicated, more elaborate. And then Tim Rice came along exactly at the right time and said, I have this idea about chess. And we said, oh God, that's boring, let's do that, you know? And and we said, we're gonna take 2 years off. Then we had the album, and then it took another 2 years before it opened in the West End. And by that time, we felt like, well, now what's the point going back to do what we did before? But we had 2 songs, Under Attack and The Day Before You Came. We recorded them, and then that was it. What's the last song we recorded?
I must have left my house at 8 because I always do. My train, I'm certain, left the station just when it was 2. I must have read the morning paper going into town, and having gotten through the editorial, no doubt I must have frowned. I must have made my desk around 9:15, with letters to be read and heaps of papers waiting to be signed. I must have gone to lunch at 12:30 or so, the usual place, the usual bunch. And still on top of this, I'm pretty sure it must have rained the day before you came.
Do you remember writing that song?
No, I don't. Because it's always the same, sitting down, trying to write something. Bjorn and we used to sit together, and it's sort of very disciplined. So there's no such thing as, and then I thought of this, and that's why. It's just the same method. But the band had gone, so it's all recorded. It's just me playing all this stuff. What comes out in it is the sadness of the music. It's just haunting in a way. It tells you something is going on here, and it doesn't go away.
Must have opened my front door at 8 o'clock or so,
No one wanted to write lyrics. No fun.
and stopped along the way to buy some Chinese food to go.
But Bjorn found out that he was good at it eventually, so he's done all the lyrics.
I'm sure I had my dinner watching something on TV.
The lyric is about a woman who's describing how her days were.
There's not, I think, a single episode of Dallas that I didn't see.
And then Agneta, we said, well, maybe, you know, this is an ordinary girl living an ordinary life in an ordinary city somewhere. Maybe you should act that. Don't sing as good as you can.
I need a lot of sleep, and so I like to be in bed by then. I must have read a while, the latest one by Marilyn French on something in that style. It's funny, but I had no sense of living without aim. The day before you came.
I've always thought those last big ABBA hits, that the mood of the songs and the lyrics reflected the personal position the 4 of you were in at the time.
I don't think you're right there. If you can ask Bjorn when he wrote the lyric to The Winner Takes It All. Okay, so they were divorced. But he's not writing about that, I think. It's fiction. I always thought there was always an element of melancholy in the ABBA songs, even if they're disguised as happy pop songs. A song like Dancing Queen, or even, well, there are a number of them, and I think that's an important element in what we did. that they're not just happy tunes.